Good day, welcome to Ejc News, your monthly recap of news items taking place across the East Jamaica Conference of Seventh-day Adventists. I'm Sophia Dorma. In the news, members and leaders commissioned to go at Camp Congressary, Instrument for Change launch, and disability community receives special treat. Now the news in detail. Church representatives and members received spiritual rejuvenation at the VH Purser Center during the annual camp meeting of the conference. This year's camp meeting was joined with the annual Youth Congressary, thus renaming the event Camp Congressary. The event, which was held under the theme Chosen I Will Go, was geared towards a grand spiritual upliftment for those who attended. The venue, decorated in the courtyard experience of the sanctuary, and the program, spearheaded mainly by the youths, featured songs, drama presentations, and seminars. EJC President Dr. Eric Nathan was buoyed by the attendance.
This great message is the message of the Seventh-day Adventist Church. This is what we talk about. The first angel message says, the hour of his judgment has come. And we must live as though we are living in the final phase of that judgment hour. It is my wish that as we go through this weekend, we will be reminded that we are living on borrowed time. It is a good news that we must take to the community. And it is my wish that every Seventh-day Adventist member will recognize your role and responsibility. Unlike Isaiah, when he was given the message, when he experienced transformation, Isaiah was prepared to say, I will go.
Guest speaker for the event was Dr. Charles Wesley Knight from the Fusion SDA Church, Atlanta, Georgia, USA.
No, I'm not going to walk. I'm going to run. Run to the battle. Run to the victory. Run to the deliverance. Run, because if God be for me, who can be against me? Run, don't walk, because you are not a conqueror. You are more than a conqueror. Run, don't walk. God has not given you a spirit of fear, but a spirit of love. And watch this. Walk, don't run. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Run, run, run. Don't walk. Run. Your victory's on the horizon. Run. God's got your back. Run. God has your deliverance. Run. Don't walk. Run in Jesus' name. Run for Jesus' glory. Run. Run.
East Jamaica Conference leaders, youths, and members of the church impacted the community of Halfway Tree, distributing tracts, magazines, and prayer cards, while the East Jamaica Conference Mass Choir and singing evangelist Carrie Sales led a musical devotion in the Mandela Park.
He's great, come on ahead.
You know, I know, we all know that our country, Jamaica, is sick and in need of healing. We are sick because we see and we hear on the news every day about gallons of our people's blood flowing on the streets. And we need to say, enough is enough. The church cannot stay in their ivory towers and do nothing. So we believe in the power of prayer.
The high spiritual energy from Camp Congressary continued into Sabbath as several youths were invested as master guides and senior youth leaders. There was also rejoicing on earth and in heaven when 7 persons got baptized. The 5-day program closed with the annual Leaders Summit, which was supported by the new and returning leaders from the various congregations falling within the East Jamaica Conference. There was a usual general session and breakout sessions, which gave departmental directors of the conference the opportunity to meet with leaders of the church. Meanwhile, leaders of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in East Jamaica Conference officially launched its Instrument for Change initiative. This is designed to help reduce crime and violence in communities across Kingston and St. Thomas. The historic event was held at the Era Circle Park on December 29, 2019, where hundreds of persons turned out to enjoy a rich array of gospel music from various artists within the Seventh-day Adventist Church. EJC President Dr. Eric Nathan called upon all music teachers and musicians within the churches to use their musical talents to interface with young men and women within the communities to effect positive change.
This afternoon we are calling upon our churches. We are blessed with the ministry of music, and any Seventh-day Adventist church you go into, you know that you can find rich, sweet Adventist music. We recognize that if we could blend that skill set with looking at how we can help our country to reduce crime and violence, then we would be making a difference as a church. And so I have called upon the 105 churches within this region, and we are seeking to use every church to be a part of this initiative, to use music to interface with the young men and women within the communities where the church serves.
The Instrument for Change, spearheaded by East Jamaica Conference Music Coordinator Mrs. Adise Jonas Murphy, said East Jamaica Conference is committed to nation building and believe that music can provide a critical role in crime reduction and social reform.
As a church community of approximately 70,000, the East Jamaica Conference is committed to nation building, and we believe that music can play a critical role in crime reduction and social reform, which leads us to the 2 main purposes for this afternoon's initiative. Objective number 1, to provide for you an overview of the Instruments for Change initiative, and 2, to launch the Good Samaritan Inn School of Music. So, what is the Instruments for Change initiative? The Instruments for Change initiative is the certified flagship music education program organized by the music department of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Eastern Jamaica to teach members of our community both internal and external music education courses.
The initiative will be launching schools of music in 3 areas across the East Jamaica Conference constituency. These include the Good Samaritan Inn, the Kingsway Prep and High School, and the Miramar Prep School, located in Morant Bay, St. Thomas. It was an early season treat for persons from the disability community in December as the East Jamaica Conference Personal Ministries Department, spearheaded by Pastor Carl Cunningham and his team, shared some love with the special needs community. The group was treated at a special meeting held on the grounds of the Harper Tree SDA Church. Speaker for the event was Pastor Carl Cunningham, Special Needs Coordinator, East Jamaica Conference.
So, if we say all persons of our community generally communicate verbally, they speak from their lips and mouth words that are formed and we hear and understand. But there are some people who can't speak because they cannot hear. And so that is seen to be an impairment. Normally we say Look there. And the average person looks physically and sees, but there are some who cannot see. And so that's a disability, and they are not able to do the average and normal everyday stuff that we do and communicate like we do.
Among those sharing in the event was East Jamaica Conference President Dr. Eric Nathan and Pastor Cornel Morgan, Special Needs Pastor at the Portmore Seventh-day Adventist Church, Central Jamaica Conference.
I identify with, I associate with, I want them to know that I care about them. And we who are Jesus' disciples should do no less.
And I trust and hope that as you continue to share in this occasion, that you will not just feel the warmth and love that is expressed here, but the love and warmth that you share here, that you'll also go and share it with others so that they too can feel the love of Jesus. May God bless you as you continue to bask in His beauty.
In other news, the Lawrence Tavern Seventh-day Adventist Church celebrated its Girls of Eloquence Morals and Standards GEMS Day on Sabbath, December 7, 2019, under the theme, GEMS Stewards for Jesus. Speaker for the event was GEMS member Elizabeth Johnson.
As stewards, we must not forget the life we must live and the responsibilities we must portray as a Christian, but be an example to the people of this world. Our living of stewards' life will involve our attitude, conversion, commitment, and self-discipline. We are to be God's faithful and trustworthy servants, living selfless lives by connecting to Jesus in everything we do and say.
Sharing in the day's program was Family, Women, Children, and Adolescent Ministries Director, Elder Claudette Genus, and GEMS Coordinator, Dr. Yvette Castell.
You can't bargain with the devil and win. We know that. You can't bargain with the devil and win, for you'll always go, for the devil will always go further than you plan to go. So you say, I'm just taking a little slip outside to enjoy something, and when you think it's a little slip, then it takes you a little further and a little further, and then you stay a little longer and a little longer than you had planned to stay, and the price will always be greater than you plan to pay. You know the different prices, girl, that you can pay out there if you move away from Christ just for a little, because it's glistening on the outside. And I say to all of you older ones, become mentors for girls. Stand up for them, pray for them. They need your support. Go give them a little touch on the shoulder and let them know that you are happy that they are standing up and raising a standard against the devil. God bless you as we worship today. Amen.
Our gems today are in the spotlight, and so we want to just give them the opportunity to showcase what they have been learning and also to encourage them, because you know sometimes we see our gems and they are not all perfect and we find fault with them, but I just want you to encourage them. If you see them stumbling or you see them going in another path, just in love and tactfully direct them in the path that you know they should be going. And I want you to pray for the gems as well. The gems need your prayers on a daily basis.
And for a look at events to come, please visit our website at www.ejc.sda.com and subscribe to our mailing list. You can also have a look at our Facebook page or follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ejc.sda. And that caps this month's edition of EJC News. Have a blessed day.